And this is something I wanted to touch on, just personally playing with him and knowing him very well. And I really enjoyed hanging out with him. And he is an absolute like hockey fan. Like he watches a ton of hockey. He's one of the guys that watches a ton of hockey. Like every night. There was times where like, we'd get in late to a city and you hang out with some other guys in rooms and stuff. And he's got like NHL on the fly on all the time. It's like, I'm sorry, I don't want to watch hockey. When I'm playing, like I don't want to watch hockey. Like I want to watch something else. And he's a guy like he's got hockey on all the time. He's a huge fan. With the pressure playing in Montreal, like you can see why everything built up for him. And it just got to that point when you're like, you can't turn your mind off. And you hear him talk about like not sleeping. It's hard enough to sleep in an NHL schedule. It's like, okay, you play after a game, you fall asleep at 2 a.m. Then you're practicing the next morning. Your body's going like this. You play the next day and you sleep at 2 a.m. Then you try to go to bed. Like you just normal people like playing in the league that don't have any issues, anything going on. You can't sleep anyway. So it just snowballs. And man, I'm excited to see what he can bring. He's fresh. Like he said, he looks like he's a little thicker. He looks exactly like when he first signed here. And I hope it's really just kind of a reset button and he can come in and like he said, there's a lot of good players for him to play with here. So he's going to have some really good centers. He's going to have some good wingers and the power play is going to be deadly, I think.
That must have been so hard. And he said it was to watch the guys go through that Stanley Cup run. I mean, that must have like, he actually had an inkling that he wanted to come back, and
against his former team too. I mean, like
against the Lightning of all teams, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like what better of a time would it have been for like a grandiose return for Jonathan Drouin? And we kind of wondered if that might happen, but he sacrificed. And like Dale, you've talked about this even with what you're doing in Sweden. Like it's like short-term sacrifice for long-term gain. Mm-hmm. And that seems to me like what he decided to do here.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine what that would be like as a player to sit there and watch your team playing the Stanley Cup final. I couldn't imagine how hard that would be, especially, when you're a guy like him that could come in and be an impact and really help your team. Like that's got to be so hard. And I think pretty selfless to sit there and say, maybe he's thinking, look, I haven't played in 2 months. I can't come in and try to help the team out. Like I'm only hurting us. So I need to continue to step away, take the proper time, to make sure he's healthy and he can give his best. And I think, if he would have rushed back and played in the playoffs and played a couple games, I don't know if his mental health, could have had that chance where he could completely be at a position where he looks like he was yesterday, where he's excited, he's happy to be there and he wants to be there. I know a couple times, you could just see, maybe 2018, 2019, when I was there, like he wasn't enjoying himself. He wasn't enjoying himself as a guy that truly loves hockey. He's kind of he is a hockey fan and he's always watching guys and how he can get better. And, he loves talking about hockey and you could see it on him. And I'm really, really happy to see that he's doing better.